Welcome to today's webinar on creating startups and accelerating them into unicorns. From the registrations that we have got, many of you are registered as startups, some of you are ecosystem players, and some of you are students who might be considering a career into startups. Now, startups have become spirit of the times. Governments world over are encouraging youngsters getting into startups. Glitzy media events are promoting startups. Billion-dollar valuations are happening. Investors are loving those valuations. Media is glamorizing them, and youngsters and young at heart are jumping into launching them and are mostly failing. 90% of all startups fail. This I've taken from Forbes magazine. Towards the end of the presentation, in the references section, you will find links to this data which I have taken and all other references. Though some startups do accelerate into becoming unicorns with a billion-dollar valuation, a startup has only a 1.28% chance of becoming a unicorn. CB Insight Research briefs. The current startup scenario is something like this. There are over 150 million startups globally. About 50 million new startups are launched every year. About 137,000 startups are added every day on an average, and 90% of these fail. But why would a sector that has bright talent, accomplished mentor, been there, done that, you name it, types, and generous funding have such a high failure rate? CB Insights analyzed 101 startup failures and found that the top reasons for startup failure were, they have listed about 20, I have put here about 9. The first top reason is no market need. So innovation was done and the startup was launched without assessing the market need. No wonder the startup failed. The startup ran out of cash. The founders could not manage the cash flows. Not the right team. Founders could not put together a right team and give the responsibility of managing different functions. Team management. Got out competed, had brilliant idea. The market was also ready. But a competitor came in with a better solution, better managed solution, and outcompeted the first mover. Pricing, cost issue, too high a price. They could not manage the costs. Poor product could not perform. Lack of business model. Everything went well. The startup could not generate profits. Poor marketing, and it ignored customers. Sherlock Holmes would have said elementary, my dear Watson. I would say elementary management frameworks. For all those 9 reasons and the other 20, they are all pointing to basic lack of understanding of management concepts. See, the culture in the startup ecosystem is rather infectious. We have swanky workplaces, youngsters on adrenaline, and have huge action orientation. Unfortunately, though, this bias and pressure for action acts like a drug, and many startup founders take to it at the expense of thorough data driven planning, relying at best on brainstorming. Let's see a video of what Bill Gates says about unicorns.
Do you think the unicorns are going to continue to decrease in value?
I'm sure there's some sorting out that's taking place. I mean, it never should be the case that closing your eyes and saying, oh, it's a tech company and just throw money at it. That strategy worked for about 2 years. Now you actually have to open your eyes and look at the company and if that company's on the way to become another Google, wow, you'll look very, very smart. If they're on the way to go where 90% of all tea companies, then you won't. So the need to discriminate is going to be there. I would not, if you gave me a basket of unicorns, I wouldn't know right now whether to go long or short. I might go short in the 2 year time frame, but not in the longer time frame, because all it takes is one or two of those to be, join the pantheon, and your short would make you go bankrupt.
So thank you very much for your time. We at Center for Entrepreneurship, RK University, would be happy to offer you a program on creating startups and accelerating them into unicorns. Email your queries to cfe@rku.ac.in. Thank you very much. Any questions that you have?
Now only you will be visible, અને આ point પછી હું તમને એક word file અહીં તમારી સામે visible થશે.
Mm.
That will contains the question asked by the people during chat.
Right.
હવે આપણી સ્ક્રીન નથી દેખાતી, only you are visible.
Okay.
હવે તમે જોશો view, તો આમાં viewમાં એક મિનિટ only you are there. અને તમારે જે question વાંચવાના ને જવાબ દેવાના.
આ ફેરવું પડશે કે આવા ચાલશે? ઓકે. હા વાંચવાના જ છે ને.
પછી કમ્પ્લીટ થઈ જાય એટલે તમારે મને આમ કરવાનું, એટલે આવી will stop sharing.